Okay. Y'all, I've gotten to a place where I've gotten to a point where I enjoy blocking people on the channel. Because I have little guidelines on my channel that tell y'all how to act and what to do and what not to do. So it's just like, if you don't follow those boundaries, I'm going to block you. I'm not going to respond to you. I'm going to block you. I don't give a fuck about what you care about what I do. Or if you have an issue with me smoking and the ancestor, whatever. The ancestors fucking smoked. The ancestors were fucking. You think they care about me having a little bit of cleavage out? How the fuck we got here? They was fucking. Okay? Leave me alone. That's why they fuck with me and not you. Okay? This for the haters. Say, like, listen, this y'all little minute of fame. Since you can't comment in any way, let me give you your little minute of fame. Let me blow a little smoke for you to feel that. Okay? People be getting me with that though. Like, and speaking of that, y'all, I do have an ancestral veneration class that I am hosting the end of this month. So be tuned for registration for that. But people get me with that playing a role. That's the problem. Y'all are used to this role of what someone is supposed to look like and what they're supposed to show up as and blah. And that's how y'all keep getting fucking duped by people. Okay? That's how y'all keep getting tricked by people. Because you going off an aesthetic. Because you going off a script. Because you going off of what somebody look like. That's why you keep getting tricked. In life, actually. Okay? How would your grandmother feel about you wearing that shirt? I don't give a fuck what my grandma feel. Okay? My grandma know I love her. And would I be sitting here worried about what an elder, oh my gosh, the elder's not going to like me doing this. Does that show confidence in myself? Does that show confidence in myself? Me sitting back, oh my gosh, my grandma gonna be mad at me because I'm, that sounds like mental abuse. That sounds like emotional abuse to me. That doesn't sound like healthy relationship with our elders to me. Y'all let me know. Coming from my personal and professional experience, that sounds like an unhealthy relationship if I was to be idolizing my grandmother who makes me feel like that. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong though. I'm waiting because I need you to understand we are in the season of be who the hell you are. Especially if we're meant to break generational curses. Your grandmother had to live that type of life. She don't want you to live that same fucking type of life. So why would I channel that energy to you in that manner? If her energy is not saying, I want you to live and do this just like me and blah, 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 blah. Why would I do that if I want you to be the healthy branch of our tree? Not this keep going out on me. If I want you to be the healthy branch of our tree, why would I have you perpetuate the same things that I had to do? And I need you all to understand when we are actually, I'm going to put all this on the channel too. At first I wasn't, but I am. I need the collective to understand when it comes to ancestral energy, death energy at the bottom of the death. With death comes the death of something. If we are perpetuating and doing the same things that the people before us, we're not changing anything. We're perpetuating the same cycle that kept them stuck. So are you keeping a cycle going or are you changing a cycle? That's the question that you need to be asking, because I channel the ancestors and I channel for the people in the ancestors who are actually changing the cycles, who are not choosing to stay in them. They're changing them. They're not repeating the cycle. They're not just blaming what happened because they know what happened is just a result of what happened to that person or situation. Now, yeah, what they feel, it matters. And they shouldn't deny that. Okay. But at the same time, that doesn't have to become your identity. You have the opportunity to create an identity. She didn't. So why would you live a life where you can't create an identity because you still got to show up for how everyone else wants you to be? Does that sound like you're breaking generational curses? It doesn't sound like it to me. Okay. Knight of Swords coming out. I kept that death card out. So I thought I was doing a 777. Maybe this is a 777 with the grandmother energy. But this is definitely a grandmother energy coming out. And I don't even have my ancestor deck back here. But at the same time, I am an ancestor. I do have the ancestor energy. I am the oracle. And when you understand that you are as well, and you learn how to become the oracle, you learn that when you become the oracle, that the oracle was already you and it wasn't an act. So basically, you becoming an oracle is you coming to yourself, you coming home to yourself. So for those who are on a journey of coming home to themselves, they understand that. They're coming home to themselves, to who they are. Not to what their mother wanted them to be, or what their father wanted them to be, or what their grandmother wanted them to be, to who they wanted them to be, to who they want themselves to be. Because that's also breaking a generational curse when no one before you was able to do that. So when you come into my space, you get real healing. And that real healing is me showing up authentic in my energy to a point where you still are going to feel the message, whether you like how I deliver it or not. Because it then gives you the courage to step out and do it on your own. You ain't got to bully me because you're afraid to do that. You're being taught in my space how to stand up on your own. How to not feel like you're dependent upon another. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, then the Emperor. Y'all, this is really the season of when this energy has been passed down of stepping into your power. 8282, the year 82 may be significant to you. You're truly learning that the only time when your life feels karmic is because you're living a cycle that's not yours. You're not in control of your will. Your grandmother has been calling you to be into a space of taking control of the wheel. So how she be like, Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, whatever the case is, that's basically saying spirit, take the wheel. You telling your higher spirit to take the wheel. You telling your spirit to take that wheel. Let your physical go. Let that analytical go. Because you're going to realize when you was trying to show up for other people and what other people was telling you to do, that's when it was fucking up your Wheel of Fortune. But the only way you could turn that Wheel of Fortune in the upright is by you removing that out of your space. And you becoming your own boss, that big boss. You get what I'm saying? And that comes with the death of something, the end of something. Whether if it's a mindset, an actual something. Some of you all, it could be a job with the King of Pentacles in the reverse coming out here. And that's the situation that you've been going back and forth about in general. It could be a move. I'm hearing other side of town. Some of you all have been wanting to move to the other side of town. Okay. Or just to another space in general. And it's like, you know the difference between if it's time to move or if you just need to spruce up the space where you're at. Okay. Like, okay, say you need more space. That's understandable. You in a 1-bedroom apartment. You in a 2-bedroom apartment. Okay, you need more than that. That's understandable. Versus like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know your reasons why you need to move in a certain aspect. So go off of that. You know if you don't need to. But some of you all, you are in that space of just like, okay, I have to let this go. or you may be living with someone, I'm getting, and it's something about you living with someone to make something easier, but you're realizing you trying to make it easier for them, it's affecting you. Okay? You trying to make something easier for them, it's affecting you. It's affecting what you're creating, it's affecting what you're doing. It's a lot of for energy here, foundational energy, things that you, it's giving a vibe of like, say if I had a one-room studio, right, and I shared it with someone and they have to sleep at the time when I'm home, I would never be able to record for real because they're like, you're too loud, you're too blah. So they will be interfering with my wheel of fortune. You get what I'm saying? So it's something about someone's presence in your life could be affecting that journey of that wheel of fortune. So make sure you're paying attention to that as well. And knowing something needs to go its separate way of some sort. 88 coming out. 88 was a great year. You got the Magician coming out, y'all. Okay, grandmother, what are you saying? Because with this Magician coming out, I'm hearing I've given you the keys of what you need to make it happen. I've given you the keys. Because you know the Magician deals with all four elements. You know how the first message that we did tonight, it was going into, you know, how the ancestors were speaking a lot about the four elements. And earthbending was the last one that we were talking about, and the aspect of that element, this feels like it's connecting to that with the action. I'm getting this thing of like a key being inserted and something opening up. Something that you're creating or releasing is going to be shown worldwide, specifically shown worldwide. So it's going to be seen worldwide, heard worldwide with the Mercury energy of the Magician. And it's something about you showing your creativity, because you need to make sure in a space where you're able to show your creativity in a healthy way. Because you may have not always been able to in a healthy way. Okay. And it could have just been because of the, you know what I'm saying, energy or the people, whatever the case you had around you. Yeah, the Two of Wands in the reverse. And that more so sometimes could just be a fear of change, the fear of stepping out. But I'm feeling this grandmother energy saying, like, you don't have to have this fear of stepping out. Like, I'm with you on this process. I'm with you on this journey because you're doing something I've always wanted to do. She never really got a chance to really explore or travel or see things outside of who she is or where she's at or where she was from. So it's like you stepping out and doing something different and going to different spaces, you keeping her with you with some type of like emblem or like a keychain of some sort, something that keeps her with you. I'm hearing you don't need to fear, I'm with you. So you creating or having something that it represents her being with you, okay? If you don't have that, I'm hearing identify that thing. It could be anything, okay? All you have to do is put her energy into it and show that it represents her. Like, say if you got like a notebook and you labeled the notebook her name, you know what I'm saying? Every time you write in it, it gives that. She said, I don't ask for too much, you know, but it's something about you keeping her there as that reminder at all times. So it's something that you use a lot, okay? I don't know if some of you all are going to be like a personalized phone case or something. Like a phone case, laptop case, something of that sort. You have the Temperance coming out in the reverse. Some of you all may have been finding yourself needing to like find new ways to calm yourself down, okay? Because different things may have been trying to come in to try to make you stimulated with the Temperance in the reverse, to try to make you angry or upset of some sort. And so you've been working on a lot of self-healing. You've been working on finding ways to bring yourself back to that balance, back to that peace. 88, 88. Oh my gosh. We've been seeing a lot of the numbers tonight where it's like the same numbers. I love it. It's something about you've been having to do a lot of inner work at this time. I'm hearing your grandmother say. Grandmother, what is it with this inner work? I'm hearing her say everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. Grandmother, what's this shift? What is everyone not able to do? I'm not about to stay. I got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me get ready to go to bed in a second. Grandmother, what is everyone not able to do? Give me one card. What is everyone not able to do? I said one card, not two. Thank you. Okay, everyone is not able to take difficult situations and capitalize off of them, make them work for them, and they're good. You got the Ten of Swords coming out. So the Ten of Swords in the upright shows a man who's like the ice is melting around him. The Ten of Swords in the reverse is like someone being in their situation, they're stuck in their situation. The Ten of Swords in the reverse is like someone making like the best of their situations. You get what I'm saying? So someone wasn't really doing something towards their situation like they claim they were. Got to be more careful. Grandmother, anything, what does this matter to the collective? What is this shift within your baby? I'm about to go to bed. What is this shift within your baby? The Lovers. It shifts you looking at who and what you connect to. So you remember we were talking about like with the Lovers, it shows like the depiction of Adam and Eve, and you know we know the story of the Adam and Eve. Whether we're talking about the technical or the other spiritual, I'm not getting into all of that tonight, but I'm talking about in the sense of the context of Adam and the Eve and the eating of the apple, right? So you knowing who you eat an apple with and who you don't. Who is like you're not eating apples with people who are in this lack energy of too much. You get what I'm saying? Like it's something about a space or a person, the Four of Wands, when I look over, where it's affect the effects of it affects like your energy, your flow. It affects your flow. It affects your flow. Heavy on the flow. It affects the flow. Whew. Grandmother's coming out with reflection, illusion, self-examination, and distortion. So being able to see through the illusions and looking at yourself and being honest with yourself on how you may have looked past the illusions. And being able to tell when something is a little bit distorted. You know what I'm saying? Paying closer attention to that. But a lot of that has been making itself clear and plain as we've been getting deeper into with this new moon. A lot of things have been making itself clear to you. And it's like, with it making itself clear to you, you see the reflections of things. You know, it's giving a vibe of, you know, those stories that when they look in the mirror, it looks like a monster looking back at them. It's one of those, like, you're able to see the monster in situations. You're able to see the monster in people. And you're able to see when you have your own monster as well. Grandmother, ooh, that's deep. Because she's saying we all have a little bit of monster, but it's about how it's utilized and in what way we connect to it. Because I'm hearing her say she was a bad, like, people knew not to mess with her. She knew she could be a monster if she needed to be a monster. But she said she never allowed herself to get there. I'm hearing her say just because you can do it don't mean you need to. So just because you could burn down something doesn't mean you need to. Just because I could cuss somebody out don't mean I need to. Just because I could hurt someone's feelings don't mean I need to. So knowing the difference between what it is that you need to do and what it is that it's best to just let it be. Anything else, grandmother? Because I'm about to get out of here. I just heard her say, you know the difference between right and wrong. And what you define as being right or wrong is what you define as being right or wrong. Yeah, the Three of Swords. So, what's this? Someone... Okay, grandmother, what are you saying? Okay. You don't even... Okay, so this is giving a vibe of, say, this reading made you feel like you have a fake family member or friend around you, right? Before you even heard this reading for the confirmation or affirmation of it, this person has already felt suspicious that you're onto them, or that you're onto their energy messing you up of some sort. It's like, oh my gosh, they know that I'm kind of like messing with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Somebody may be on some like trying to butter you up or something. Pay attention to that. That may be a sign for you if this is like a specific person of some sort, because it's going to be something like out of nowhere, and your spirit is, it's like your spirit is going to know the difference between like, okay, like, yeah, this is cool, you know what I'm saying, versus like out of nowhere someone just starts showing up differently. Pay attention to that. Like, ooh, okay, for example, say you ain't heard from someone in a while, like they disappear, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden they show up and they always talking. Like, who sent you? Why you here? Why are you all of a sudden trying to force yourself? Okay? You know what I'm saying? And it could have been that you pulled yourself back, or you're going to be pulling yourself back. So it could be like, say, at a job, and you pull back from talking to coworkers and stuff. And so like they try to do things to try to force you into a conversation. Yeah, my right hand is itching. Someone knows that you energetically don't fuck with them no more, but it's like you don't you don't know though on it. Like, okay, how can I put it? You started changing up towards someone, okay? Unintentionally. They think that you're on to them, that they on some BS, right? But now you're being affirmed or confirmed that this energy indeed has been on some stuff. Does this make sense? Okay, grandmother, you coming through with the tea. Let's pull some signs. This is for if there's a specific person in your life. Like going back to, because it's like something that was messing up your flow. All right, let's see what signs this is. All right, we got Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio. Give me 2 more. Aries. Give me 1 more. One more. Ooh. Okay, make it a clean one for me. These ones don't have signs on them, y'all. That's why I'm not saying no signs for the ones that... I'm going to read them as like parts of the message, though. Give me 1 more. Libra. Okay, so this tower energy, I don't know if a tower is happening in someone's life or a tower is going to happen in someone's life. But how you react to it is going to make someone feel a little suspicious. Suspicious, okay? And the hangman, because you're not going to do anything. You're going to stay reserved. You're going to like fall back. You get what I'm saying? While this tower is happening in their life or how it's happening. And that's where it's going to make the suspicions come in with the Ace of Cups. That's what's going to start it, okay? That's where that connects in at. Okay, grandmother. So then... yeah, that's where it happens. And it's like, it's given, I don't know, so on TikTok where there was like somebody complaining, do you even care about me? You don't check on me. You don't do X, Y, and Z. And the person was just like, I just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's giving that energy. Like someone like wondering why you're not doing X, Y, and Z towards them, but you really been chilling. But they think you know, it's giving that. Okay, what's going on? You know, I just found out recently that a lot of men like to be chased in relationships, right? I don't chase. So like, I'm one of those people, I don't even have my text messages notifications on. So I don't get notifications on my homepage or nothing. Like literally have to go into the app to see if I have text, right? And part of it's just because I get overstimulated with notifications. So I turn notifications off on everything. And when you're in the public and on social media, it's always notifications going off. That messes with that creates anxiety. And so I've learned that I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to me and dating, I find that sometimes get in the way because they think like, oh, it took her hours to respond to me. But I'm like, I need you to realize I done recorded videos. I need to relax. I do some coloring. I go to sleep. I eat. Like, I'm not always looking at my text because most times I'm used to being by myself. You get what I'm saying? So to them, that then makes them feel like, oh, you don't care. So then they try to teach me a lesson, and I think they treat me a certain way. But in reality, they trying to teach me one because they think I don't care because I'm not pressed. Do that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So where this is coming from of like someone, you being a certain way. Hopefully that example helped. You being a certain way makes someone feel a certain way. But it's not, oh gosh, I don't know. Can this person be trusted? I feel like this person is in a different type of space right now with that 3 of Swords. This person is in a tower energy right now. So that's why they see things from that angle. Okay. This person is in a, so when people are in a 3 of Swords, they're already in a low frequency and they may not realize it. 38, 98, 98. So when you're in a low frequency, you do things that are low frequency, or you yeah, you react from a low frequency. You're on that frequency. So it's like it could be that you shifted to a higher frequency. You're on a higher frequency and they're on a lower frequency. So they're seeing things from the root chakra that they're working on, and you're just chilling. You're just existing, living. You get what I'm saying? But you got to think, when people are in that type of energy, they're liable to do some manipulative things. And that's where the sneaky energy runs in, where like someone thinks you're doing something to them, so they react a certain way that goes against you, when in reality you was just, but they think that you thinking they, oh gosh, this is confusing me, but it makes sense, but it's confusing me. Grandmother, what is going on? It comes down to people's reality. If someone is in a reality of lack, everything that they look at is going to be looked at from a place of lack. It's going to be looked at from a place of what they are missing. Okay? It's going to be looked at from a place of what they don't have or what may be going on. You know what this give me? Okay, so for example, okay, say somebody, okay, I'm gonna stick to the relationship stuff because that's what I already started with, so I'm gonna finish. So say like say someone sends you a good morning message every morning, right? Then all of a sudden they say in their head, I'm always the one saying good morning first. Let me stop saying good morning. To see if you gonna say it, right? But you don't say it. So in their head, they feel like they don't fuck with me for real. You know what I'm saying? But in your head, you're not a good morning message person anyway. So to you, you may be thinking like, dang, they changed their routine up. Why they ain't telling me good morning no more? But it don't bother you so much to the point where you message them like, why you ain't telling me good morning? You know what I'm saying? Because you just like, shit, they ain't tell me good morning, I guess. But after a while, you pick up on like a pattern, like, well, damn, they must be telling somebody else good morning. And you just take it as that. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's giving a vibe of like energies of people who they're on two different frequencies. One frequency, they don't care. Like, they're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And the other one, they're like, you know, what's going on? Okay, spirit, grandmother, this was a lot. She said communicating is a lot, building relationships is a lot, building friendships is a lot. And it's a choice that you have to make every day. You can't let your ego get in the way. You have to be able to say, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Can we work on this? And when you have mature people, they're able to do that. Is when people are not mature, when it becomes a problem, when it becomes an issue. 99.99. Oh my gosh, we keep getting the doubles. Um, when you have people who are not mature enough to talk things out, you know what I'm saying? But it's like also when knowing when something is worth doing as well, you know? So if someone is seeing something from the Five of Pentacles in the upright, they're seeing it from a place of like, okay, whatever, you know. And then the other one is seeing it as they must not like me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, grandmother. So what's your advice? Dang, collective, do y'all want to hear the advice? If this is your message, what's your advice? Not the Fool card to start over. So whatever starting over means for you. Some of you all can mean start over with a new person or a new situation. So now that you know better, you're going to do better. Okay. It could be because sometimes some things are the end, it's water under the bridge. Okay. And so knowing when something is water under bridge and it's a lesson that you learned and you know that next time you're going to do something different. But you also know if you can't get this person out of your mind, most likely you need to fix the contract. Okay. And that's usually how I know if it's something that I know it's a contract that's not all the way closed yet. If I can't get them out of my mind, even if I block them out or block them, whatever the case is. So this Fool card could either be you starting over with a new person or a new situation, a new friendship, or it could be you starting over with them. With this Uranus energy, is definitely giving evolution. So it's an evolution of one of the sorts. Either it's a lesson or a reconciliation. Only you know which one it is. Unfortunately, only you know which one it is. Your spirit will tell you. I know you want me to tell you yes or no, but I'm hearing your grandmother say your spirit will tell you. I'm hearing that the Paint the Colors of the Wind song. So maybe you need to, you know what I'm saying, go out and talk to the wind and say, if you blow the trees to the left, then this means this. If you blow it to the right, it means this. Maybe you need to learn your own divination. Okay. It could be that. It could be this is the season of you learning how to tap into those parts of your intuition. Thank you for the super chat, Pooh. They hate that you always have it on. Listen, my phone stay on D&D too, fool. I'm a D&D person too. Yeah. Yeah. And people don't ever realize, like, I really don't talk to people. So if I talk to you, I mean I like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm not talking to you, then it mean that, like, you mess with my peace. You know what I'm saying? You mess with my flow. And now I'm mad. Ace of Wands, or I'm trying to keep from getting mad. Ace of Wands, y'all, this is definitely starting over and not being afraid to take action. So this could be if you had a bad friendship, you know, a bad relationship, not being afraid to start over, not being afraid to take what you learn into something new, into something different. Because there's some things you can't learn by yourself. You have to learn with someone else. You have to learn with a partner. You can't learn it by yourself. Okay. You may have been born into this world by yourself. You may go out. I don't know. You may not know. You may not go out by yourself. You never know. Okay. Life be working mysteriously. Okay. But with the Fool card and the Ace of Wands coming out to be the advice, it's the aspect of preparing to start new and not being afraid to jump out there and start new. Just because of what happened in the past, it doesn't mean that it happens again. You know when your spirit is like, okay, I can accept this. Like, I knew when I was done with someone, when everything that he said to me is like he was saying everything to me that I had been wanting him to say to me for the 2 years prior to that. And my spirit was just like, I don't want none of that shit from you. Okay. It was that moment that I knew it was no reconciliation there. It was nothing there. It was nothing that I wanted from that situation. Everything was gone. The moment that when he, and it was just like, this ain't even real. You know what I'm saying? What you want from me? You know, what you want from me? But our spirit knows when something is real and when it's not. And you're going to know if something is real for you to start over or if it's not, if you need to go to what's next or be open to what's next. Because it's not always about ooh, the next person that want my number, I'm gonna give it to them. It's about being open to the opportunity. And that's what it means, drawing it in and attracting it in. And that helps us a lot also with knowing like what energy were we in when we attract certain people in our life. You know, what energy are we in? That lets you know what frequency you are on when you are with that person. And when your frequencies and your energies no longer align, you don't align, your life don't align. So it's either on y'all being on the same page or the same alignment, or you're just not there no more. Okay, grandmother, anything else? I'm hearing you can't be afraid, baby. You got to go out there like you ready. Okay, you can't be afraid. You got to go out there like you ready. If y'all aren't already, find me on TikTok. That's where I've been at, y'all, in my little zone. I like how I can just record little quick videos and upload it and be done, you know. And YouTube don't really be liking my videos. It's not tarot related. So I was like, let me just put this on a different platform. All right, grandmother, anything else? My name on there is Nicole B. MOENICOLEB. Or you can put in Doctress Mo, I believe. DOCTRESSMOE. Anything else, grandmother? Ooh. Y'all, I'm ready to go to bed. She might be done. No final words? None? None whatsoever? You good? You gravy? 3 of Wands. Yeah, this is giving... You need to get... You... Ooh. Your grandma is preparing you to start again. With the 3 of Wands, you're being prepared to get ready to start another journey. That's why the Fool card, the Ace of Wands, and the 3 of Wands is like, this is getting you prepared. You're looking out at like what can potentially happen. Overheated. I'm gonna post the message. I think that was grandma telling us to go to bed. She said what she said. Okay. Night, y'all.